Hey,
Hey,
everybody.
everybody. We're so glad to be with you on our next part here. And just to remind you, I'm Renee Hughes. I'm the founder of the Aroma Specialist. We're the home of Holistic Champions, Aromatherapy School, and International Practice Building, and the Mood Makeover Method, which is what we've been talking about to you the last couple of weeks. The Mood Makeover Method is an emotional detox and regulation program that we're super excited to bring you 2.0 of on June 29th. And Jessica and I have just been breaking it down for you over the last couple of weeks. Jessica, take it away for today.
Hello, everybody. So glad to be with you again this week. My name is Jessica Kufos. I am one of the certified instructors for the Mood Makeover Method. Super excited about that. And I'm also a student of Holistic Champions as well. So it has just come full circle. I started out with the Mood Makeover Method because I needed to get my emotions together, y'all. It was a mess. It was a mess. But yeah, it has definitely come full circle. I started out with Mood Makeover Method, and because I had such a transformation and because it was so life-changing,
Beautiful.
it made me want to delve into the aromatherapy side and really understand why it works and how it works. And yeah, it was just amazing. So I'm super excited.
So exciting. I hope that you all have looked at Jessica's story. If you haven't, please. It's such a treat. She's so real. I love working with Jessica, and it's one of the reasons why I wanted to bring her in as one of the coaches so that clients could also experience what it is that she brings to the Mood Makeover Method, which is just incredible energy and this determination that she brought in her own case. And it's just an absolute joy. So today, Jessica's going to kind of take the lead on this and direct you through how we do our release journaling and our nourish journaling. And so we're just going to talk to you a little bit about that portion in a little bit more detail.
Yeah, so when we think about release journaling, I mean, when we think about releasing, it's something that we want to just, get off of our chest or to, get rid of, so to speak. And so when we do release journaling, it's really just about, we have the things that are floating around in our minds and our hearts that weigh heavy on us, that are really difficult. And it's really a way for us to get those things out of our minds and get them onto paper. Because once you do that, then you can help to, get the stress down. We talked in some videos previously about our bodies being in sympathetic mode or in that fight, flight, or freeze mode, really state of revved up and stress, which we do need at times, But in this instance, when we're doing release journaling, it's an opportunity for us to get those things that are weighing on us out of our minds and onto the paper, and really just have a way to kind of, I guess, confront it in a way, and just, this is what's going on. This is what I don't like. This is what's happening. This is what I'm struggling with. This is what's causing me distress or trauma. Maybe it's some trauma that's we're kind of circling around. Being able to release it by means of putting it on paper and just really writing it out. It's a way when you get it out on paper, or maybe you're struggling to just figure out what that thing is, but just really being able to release, get going, writing. Now you have a clear picture of what's really happening, what's really going on. And once you have a clear picture, then you can address it.
Exactly. I love that so much because, this is an interesting thing. I found this for myself when I was going through it, and I see it all the time with our clients that sometimes you don't know. You just feel like, I'm okay. Usually when people come in, it's because of one particular situation. That was me. There was one situation I couldn't get past. I was so hurt and so disappointed, and I was just stuck. And so it was that situation within that I developed the Mood Makeover Method. However, once you get in it is when you realize, oh my goodness, it's so much bigger than this.
Oh my.
So much bigger than this one thing that I came for relief on. And this process of the release journaling helps you to get to that, because sometimes you're just writing and you're like, this and this, but and next thing you know, you're a couple of pages in and talking about all sorts of things. You're like, how did we get here? And it's because your body is being given permission to kind of let that stuff go. And so that is really what we're doing with the release portion of the journaling.
Yes, it's so true. And it is true. Like, sometimes our bodies are and our minds are just kind of stuck and we're just like, but like being
Mhm.
able to release journal, you'd be amazed. I will tell you all the things that popped up and came out on the page. And I'm like, oh my goodness, why are we going way back there? You know how long ago that was? Yep, but it's
Yep,
there.
yep. And I was still thinking about it. That's why I just gave it to you. Yeah.
So true. It's so true. I love that about the release journaling as well, because if you don't have clarity or you're not sure, it is a surefire way to help you get there, to get to the space where you can get clarity and, work through some things. And so, in terms of the Nourish journaling, I love, love, love this, you guys, because, you know, sometimes, we're not even going to say sometimes, we're just going to be really honest. When we release things and we're getting things and we're working through things, it can be heavy. I mean, heavy. So it's work, but doing the nourishing journaling really helps to balance, to bring you back to balance and to help you to, it's a way to soothe and comfort you and to bring you just what you need. And so it helps for me when I do it. I am able to write things that I'm so grateful for. What do I have in my life that's going well? Maybe we have some not so good parts and we've released that and we've acknowledged that, but what are some things going on in our life that we appreciate, that we love? What do we love about ourselves? What do we love about family? What do we love about certain things that are happening in our life? Maybe, it's, I don't want to say like just a new job or, something along those lines, but what are some things you love about you? Being able to write nourishing things, write thoughts of gratitude. Gratitude is so important because so many times, you guys, like we can focus on the negative and what's not going right. This sucks, that sucks, this is terrible, that's terrible, this didn't work out, this is just a hot mess. But stepping into gratitude when it comes to journaling, nourishing yourself, and what you envision for your future self, what you envision, what you want to happen, how you want to move through life, being intentional about writing those things. And you will be surprised at how your mood, your mindset just completely shifts. And it is in such a positive state. And that's how you always want to end it. You don't ever want to be in a space where you're just like, oh my gosh, this is so heavy. You always want to, you can't get that way. You want to get into a space where you're just so nourished, you're so comforted, you feel like you can tell your mind and your body are in a state of balance and happiness and joy. And that's what you want to get to when you nourish. And you will find that you love doing it. Like I tend to just like,
it'll be your favorite. It'll be your favorite part. It's so soothing because we talk a lot about the release portion. It's just not everybody's favorite portion, but it's vital. And so sometimes, people may think, or you may be thinking, can we just start with gratitude? Can I just have, because you see this a lot on social media and in different places and even in books and self-help and all that kind of thing. And they say, just be grateful. Just be grateful every day. The reason that I challenge that in the Mood Makeover Method is because what I found for myself, and I'm seeing this over and over and over again, so I know it to be true, is that sometimes what happens with the gratitude, we use it as a blanket and a cover. So instead of actually feeling that gratitude, really feeling it all the way down, we use it as a reason to say, well, this is okay. I'm fine because I've got this, and this, and I'm so grateful for it. And so we take a situation and we change it around. And while perception is really important, and we're going to talk about that, before you can really feel that gratitude deep down for real, you have to get rid of that stuff that's like nagging at you. Because otherwise it's like putting a Band-Aid on a wound and it's not going to heal properly. So we've got to clean that wound out first, really prep it, and then we can bandage it and wrap it and then fill it up with that gratitude. So it's my answer to that is no, you really can't start with the gratitude. I don't believe it to be as effective. It's something that I've tried in the past too. It's another reason why we don't do, like people have affirmations and there's books and books and books about affirmations and classes and all these things about visualizations and affirmations. They're fantastic, but not when we're using them as a cover up for what's really going on and we haven't addressed it. You can't affirm that out of you. And so this is why we really, really need both sides, the release and the nourish.
And I really want to speak to that point that you just said, because I remember you triggered, for me, it made me remember when I did the workshop, and the affirmation or the setup statement is, even though da, 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 da is happening, I deeply love and completely accept myself. Even if we just lop off this portion, I deeply love and completely accept myself. I could not say it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I feel like this is, just as Renee was mentioning, this is another reason why you have to release first. Because the truth is, sometimes you can't even get that out if you don't believe it. Do you really believe that? You don't believe it. So, affirmations can be really difficult to do if deep down within you, you don't believe those things to be true. If you don't have that love, you don't have that complete love and respect for yourself, that deep respect. If you don't really feel that deep down, it's not going to work.
It doesn't. Yeah. And even I love, we'll talk about this a little bit more in the June 29th event, but that setup statement is so important, and it's difficult for a lot of people. And it's the only time within the Mood Makeover Method that I will ask you to say something that you may not really believe, because the reason is you're not really talking to yourself as you are at that moment. You're talking to your real self, your subconscious self, and you're letting her know it's okay. I know you and I love you and we're going to be fine. But we got to talk about this stuff. And that's so soothing to your inner self, so that you can say, okay, I can do this, and you feel safe to do it. Yeah. So that's all about the release and nourish journaling, you guys. That's it for today for this video. And we are going to move on to our next point. So keep watching, keep getting these tips, and make sure you register to join us on June 29th. See you soon.
Bye.